Sir, one thing that you'd mentioned previously, and I want to talk about this because a lot of people in my generation would relate to this. When we were in school, Sportstar used to be the number one sports magazine, and more than people reading it or like youngsters like me reading it, we always used to be excited as to who's going to be on that poster, who's
Yeah.
going to be on that poster. And there used to be, I don't know if you've heard this from others, but there used to be this fight that who will get their hands on the sports star in the library, take out the poster, put it in their pocket and put it back, or so
Yeah.
who was the one who came up with that idea of the poster? That is one. And how did you used to decide that which athlete would come on the poster? Because it was never cricket centric. I remember there, I collected three or four posters. One was Adam Gilchrist, one was Maria Sharapova. I think there was Nadal once. So I just want to know what was the thought process behind coming up with that idea. That is one. And how would you decide who gets to be on that poster? Because it used to be once a month thing.
Yes, there was. See, it was a team, and it how it helped was that we had K.N. Anand, who was an absolutely brilliant sports writer, and he was not cricket centric. He knew cricket as good as anybody else, but he was a multi-event writer. He would be more interested in Olympics, the sporting side of it. Then we had Nirmal Shekhar. You must have read him. He was another probably the best sports writer we have known. Then we had Mr. Tyagarajan, the great hockey correspondent. And then behind the scenes, we had two gentlemen, P. Krishnan and Vijayan. So this was the team. They would sit and discuss the cover stories. They would discuss the poster, and the poster was often related to very recent performances. If Gurkirat would have won an event at Wimbledon, or maybe he would have won the Wimbledon or a Grand Slam event, I mean, or maybe an athletics event or a football done well in a football match. So they would discuss and pick those posters. And those days, Gurkirat, if you remember, there was television was not there. It was not television presence was not as huge as today's. So posters were a great source of collection, and it brought you very close to the player when you would take the poster out and paste it on your walls in your this thing. So it was an integral part of the magazine, and they were very and the pictures were fantastic. If you remember, amazing pictures we used to get, and the printing quality of Sportstar was so good. Sometimes you would feel as if the athlete is just going to come out of the pages, and he would be there in front of you. So that was a process which was gone through by these five people, and of course the sports editor, Mr. Christian, was there. He had a fantastic eye for pictures, and also the fact that he could make the right choice of who would be featured on the cover of the magazine, right? Interview of the week, who they wanted, and like I said, the poster was a big attraction. Yes.
No, one thing I completely agree with you that there wasn't as much television coverage, because I remember ESPN Star and along with Ten Sports used to be these two media houses, but they only had uh, two or three channels. Like today's Star has probably more than 10 channels.
Gurkira, the players were very keen that they should be featured in the Sports Star. Either poster, there used to be a single page photograph also, if you remember,
Yes, yes, yes.
page three,
Yep.
and then the cover. So they would often come and ask us कि हमारा कब छपेगा poster, So that would make us feel good, and we feel important also, because players wanted to be featured in the Sports Star, so that would make us very important. But those were very different times.